Hi, this is e-bike advice, and this is the walk-around review for the giant LaFree E Plus 2 2009. Giant is a Taiwanese company recognised as one of the world's largest bicycle manufacturers, having facilities in Taiwan, the Netherlands and China. Giant is known for producing road bikes and mountain bikes and have recognised the increasing popularity of e-bikes in the last couple of years. The LaFree E Plus 2 is the latest example of Giant getting into that market. This model has been publicised as a recreational runaround electric bicycle and positioned as a unisex commuter for first-time e-bike buyers. They have described it as an invigorating and exciting offering, great value, and it suits first-time e-bike buyers. So let's see whether or not those words ring true and find out what this model is made of and what it's like to ride. Starting off with the motor drive system, it's a Giant SyncDrive Life powered by YAMAHA. 60 Newton meter of torque, 250 watts of power, 6 assistance modes. Auto assistance mode that scales assistance from 50 to 300% of the output. It has what they call 6 Sensor Plus technology. The drive unit offers torque, slope, speed, motor rotation sensors and an electrometer to adjust the required assistance as necessary. So you're spoilt for choice. The internally belt-driven SyncDrive Life motor makes it discreet in operation, and the power is smooth and effortless in application. They call the battery a Giant EnergyPak 400 watts. It's 36 volts and 11.1 amp hour lithium-ion, and is a rear-mounted unit providing up to 50 plus kilometres of range depending on the weight of the rider, the terrain, headwinds, tyre pressure and load carrying, etc. Gear shifters are Shimano Acera 8-speed, rear derailleur Shimano Altus and Cassette Shimano HG200, 11 to 32T, 8-speed, pretty standard stuff. The brakes are Tektro. They provide front and back powerful HD T275 hydraulic disc brakes and large 180mm rotors for dependable braking. It's good to see disc brakes front and back. Now the front fork is rigid. It's an aluminium fork manufactured from the same ALUXX grade material as the frame. We would have liked to have seen a suspension fork there when you consider the cost of the e-bike for smoother, comfortable riding. Saddle and seat post. The saddle is an Uber Plush Saddle. Quite comfortable, but there's no suspension seat post and no quick release to adjust the seat height. So you'll have to use an Allen key every time you want to adjust the height, which is a pain in the arse. The carrier is an aluminium back carrier and it serves two purposes: that of housing the battery and as a good sturdy rack to accommodate saddlebags. We could attach standard panniers which fitted well, which is what all commuters need. I'm glad it comes with mud guards. I mean, you'd be amazed at how many e-bikes or even bikes in general are issued new and they don't have any mud guards or fenders, so at least they have those there. Standard stuff. There's no integrated C-lock for inbuilt security. I'm talking about a C-lock that locks the rear wheel. We would have liked to have seen a C-lock of some sort, which is standard, which should not be considered as an accessory when you consider the asking price for this model. Remember, they're asking $2,799 for this particular model. Handlebars are contoured with grips, have an obvious emphasis on comfort, and the cockpit that includes upright riding. Display panel. There's a ride control, what's called Ride Control 1, which is an integrated button control, and it can connect with the Giant e-bike app on your phone to function as your e-bike display, and has a minimalist design displaying the essential information, which is on and off and 6 levels of assistance. Small integrated buttons let you shift through your support modes with ease. I don't know whether you'll use the app function that much. Some say it's just technology window dressing, but it's obviously up to you. Lights. There are no integrated front and rear lights, which was surprising to us when you consider how much they are asking for this model. A basic necessity of front and rear lights should be a no-brainer. They supply reflectors, but that's not really the same thing, is it? Cables. The front cables need to be tidied up for a more stylish look and feel for a brand of this reputation. The warranty, they tell us from the guys in the shop told us that it's a lifetime warranty on the frame and 2 years on everything else. So that's the warranty. It's a nice electric bicycle, but it has a few limitations. For example, there are no integrated front and rear lights. There's no integrated C-lock for inbuilt security. No seat post suspension and no quick release to adjust the seat height. and we would have liked to have seen a suspension fork in the front. We know Giant are capable of these things, but left these basics out, which should be stock standard issue with an e-bike and not considered as accessories. It has some strengths and good points, and that is it has a nice quiet belt driven mid-drive motor made by YAMAHA, a 400 watt 36 volt 11.1 amp hour lithium battery with 50 plus kilometre range, 6 levels of assistance, 8 speed Shimano gears which interact with the mid-drive very well, hydraulic disc brakes front and back, a back carrier rack that surpasses the pannier test for saddlebags, and nicely positioned kickstand. The model that we test rode has a lovely colour scheme, and the e-bike is well manufactured and assembled. We tested this model primarily on hill climbs and the braking mechanisms on the down slopes. This e-bike is all the things that you want in a basic e-bike to be, like good acceleration, confident braking, pleasantly balanced, and nice multi-gear to mid-drive performance. Now, you'll ask yourself, are you getting value for money when this model is missing a few stock standard essentials? So that's something to think about. So that's the Giant LaFree E Plus 2 2019. Remember, it retails for $2,799. So do research on the ebikeadvice.com website, search Giant in the keyword search for bicycle shops, and find a shop near you that stocks Giant, and contact them for a test ride. Remember, always test ride an e-bike before you consider buying it. Ask them if you can test it for a day or even a weekend to really get familiar with its strengths, weaknesses, features and benefits. If you found this review useful, please hit the like button and subscribe, and click that bell so that you know when we upload our next video. Thanks for your support.